Right. All right, good evening. This is the January 4th, 2023 Cottage Grove City Council meeting, which I'm calling to order. I do have one quick statement at the beginning. You'll notice one of our members is not with us this evening. So pursuant to Minnesota Statute 130.02 subsection 1, Councilmember Thiede will be attending remotely at the following location, 7393 Hidden Valley Trail South in Cottage Grove, Minnesota, 55016. So the next item then on our agenda, after calling to order, is the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you'd please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America,
and to the
republic for which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible, with
liberty and justice for all.
It's always fun having those remotes. All right, will the clerk please do the roll?
Councilmember Khambata.
Here.
Councilmember Dennis.
Here.
Councilmember Thiede.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Mayor Bailey.
Here. Next on our agenda is open forum. This is the opportunity for anybody that would like to speak on something that's not on tonight's agenda is welcome to do so. We did have a sign-up sheet out in the entryway, and I don't believe anybody had signed up, but I do know our newly elected and sworn-in County Commissioner, Carla Bingham, wants to speak this evening. So there you go. Welcome.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. First, I just want to offer my congratulations to Councilmember Dennis, Khambata, and Thiede for your reelection and the good you have done and will continue to do on behalf of Cottage Grove. For the record, I'm a resident of Cottage Grove. I know we have to say that too. Just want to say thank you. We already have some meetings on the books. The mayor and I and staff and I have some meetings to get working on issues that are important here to the residents, and just looking forward to a productive relationship. And I know you've probably read and seen, whether it's on social media or in the paper, that getting major renovations of Park Grove moved up from 2027 to sooner is my top priority right now, and I know that impacts this community specifically a lot, and so just wanted to put that out there, and then just looking forward to working on issues related to housing, transit, workforce development, and everything in between that encompasses the role of a county commissioner. So also just want to thank the mayor personally for coming and administering the oath yesterday and braving the elements, and also a lot of the staff that were there to not only, I know, support me, but the sheriff who's here and was reelected to a third term, have a very good relationship with the city and appreciate that. So I can answer any questions, but I know you got quite an agenda, so.
All right, well, we obviously appreciate having you in that role and really look forward to seeing all the great things that we're going to be doing together with a cohesive relationship with the county. So thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So was there anybody else that wanted to speak on anything that was not on tonight's agenda in open forum? All right, seeing none, we'll move to number 5, which is adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
We have a motion by Councilmember Olson.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Dennis. Any discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Khambata. Aye. Councilmember Dennis.
Aye.
Councilmember Thiede.
Aye.
Councilmember Olson.
Aye.
Mayor Bailey.
Aye. Next on our agenda this evening is the fun part. We enjoy doing this, and this is presentations, which of course we have one this evening, technically 3, and that is the oath of office for our newly elected re-elections of Councilmember Steve Dennis, Dave Thiede, and Tony Khambata. And being Councilmember Thiede is remote, I will start with him, and I'm going to he's already raising his right hand. And so what I'll do is, Councilmember Thiede, I will start the process and you can just repeat after me.
Okay.
All right. I state your name.
I, Dave Thiede,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully execute and discharge
and I will faithfully execute and discharge
the duties of the office of council member
the duties of the office of council member
for the city of Cottage Grove
for the City of Cottage Grove,
County of Washington,
County of Washington,
State of Minnesota,
State of Minnesota,
according to the law and to the best of my judgment and ability.
according to the law and to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. All right, so next let's move down in front here and we'll do the rest of the group, but we'll start with Councilmember Khambata. Thank you. All right. You want to put your hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. So I state your name.
I, Anthony Khambata,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully execute
and that I will faithfully execute
and discharge the duties
and discharge the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
for the City of Cottage Grove,
for the City of Cottage Grove,
County of Washington,
County of Washington,
State of Minnesota,
State of Minnesota,
according to law
according to law,
and to the best of my judgment and ability.
and to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Awesome. All right. Sheriff? You want me to?
Thank you, Mayor.
Yep.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Stephen J. Dennis,
I, Stephen J. Dennis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
the Constitution of the State of Minnesota,
and that I will faithfully execute and discharge
and that I will faithfully execute and discharge
the duties of the office of council member for the City of Cottage Grove,
the duties and
the duties of office of
office of council member for the City of Cottage Grove,
County of Washington,
County of Washington,
State of Minnesota,
State of Minnesota,
according to law and the best of my judgment and ability.
according to law and the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I very much appreciate you coming down tonight. Come right on in to join us in this process. I value our connection and our friendship very much, and it's a true honor for me to have you come down. And one of the things that I wanted to do tonight to recognize the great work of the men and women that are involved with the Washington County Sheriff's Office is I wanted to make a small donation to be utilized to the highest and best use, is what I put in quotes for that. You and I had talked a little bit about that at a previous time, and I know that there's some really good things that you guys have happening, and we want to take care of our people. We're blessed not only to have Washington County Sheriff's Department, but also our own Cottage Grove Police Department as well. The people of our city and area are in good hands.
Thank you very
Thank you very much, my friend.
Congratulations.
All right.
All right, now I think we need signatures for the couple of you at least. So Councilmember Thiede, when you get better, you'll have to actually sign your certificate.
All right.
There you go. And thank you.
Congratulations, all of you.
Yep. Congratulations to all our members of the council that were reelected, and thank you, Sheriff, for joining us at this great event this evening. All right, next on our agenda this evening is consent calendar. Councilors, anybody would like to pull on consent? I do know Councilmember Thiede had mentioned to me that he did want to pull item E. So if there is no others, Councilmember Thiede, do you want to comment about item E, which is nomination to South Washington County Watershed District?
Sure, and I guess I just wanted to kind of support Emily. She's been on the planning commission, and I was one of the people that interviewed her for that, and she's got a lot of great background in some planning and some watershed and water issues and so forth. And so I just appreciate everybody's approval of her appointment.
All right,
So,
absolutely sounds good. I think she'll make a good member of the Watershed District. Seeing no other items were pulled on consent at this.
Move consent.
There we go. We have a motion by Councilmember Olson,
I'll second.
second by Councilmember Khambata. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
Councilmember Khambata.
Aye.
Councilmember Dennis.
Aye.
Councilmember Thiede.
Aye.
Councilmember Olson.
Aye.
Mayor Bailey.
Aye. All right, so if you're here for anything on tonight's consent calendar, all of those items have been approved. Number 8 on our agenda this evening is approved disbursements. 8A is to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills.
We have a motion of Councilmember Dennis,
Second.
second by Councilmember Olson. Again, any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote again.
Councilmember Khambata.
Aye.
Councilmember Dennis.
Aye.
Councilmember Thiede.
Aye.
Councilmember Olson.
Aye.
Mayor Bailey.
Aye. All right, next on our agenda is public hearings this evening. Number 9, there are none. 10 is bid awards, there are none this evening. We don't have anything specific on our regular agenda, so we're all the way down to council comments or requests. And I'll look down to my partner to the right of me here, Councilmember Khambata.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm overwhelmed to be able to state that oath for a second time. So I just really want to say thank you to everyone who put their confidence in me, and I hope I can continue to do great work for the city.
Perfect, thank you. Councilmember Dennis.
Thanks, Mayor. I would also say the same thing. It's an honor and privilege to sit here and to do the very best we can on behalf of as many people as we possibly can, and to do that every meeting and try to make our home be a better place. So very much appreciative of all the support over this last campaign. And then I do have one other item that I'll share very quickly, and that is I had a constituent reach out to me actually today, believe it or not. And the gentleman wanted to share his appreciation for some medical assistance that his wife had received. And so he noted specifically from the moment that they called 911 and talked to dispatchers at Washington County, to both the police officer from Cottage Grove that showed up on the scene first, and then a medical rig, that he felt that everyone there did a fantastic job and really helped to not only calm his situation, but hers as well, and provide fantastic services in assistance to her. So I simply asked that we make a note of that. He asked that I pass that on, keeping it confidential. But very appreciative for the great services all the way through that process from A to Z, which is something that, you know, we come to take that for granted, but it's a reality here every day with the excellent people that we have. So I just get to be the messenger of that. So Pete, please make sure that that's conveyed to our team. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Mayor.
Fantastic, thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember Thiede.
And I'd also like to show my appreciation for the support from the community and the opportunity to work with everyone on and take care of things in the city and the planning and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much. And I guess for tonight, that's all I got.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Olson.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to start with congratulations to my colleagues, Councilmember Thiede, Councilmember Dennis, and Councilmember Khambata. as well as all of my other friends who either have taken the oath of office this week or will be at some point. And I say will be because I don't believe our Congresswoman Angie Craig has had the opportunity to do that yet. So, you know, again, I just want to say how pleased I am to continue working hard on behalf of the residents of this community with such an amazing team, including our new county commissioner, Carla Bigham, you know, all of the council members and the mayor sitting here at the dais, and including you, Dave, sitting at home in your own private dais. It's going to be a really, really hard year, but a fun year, and I look forward to working together with all of the various stakeholders to really move this community forward in the way that our residents have become accustomed. And as part of that, I just want to mention that if you listen closely to the oath, which we got to hear several times tonight, one of the phrases in the oath, and I'll paraphrase, is, you know, I will do my best according to the law and my judgment and ability. That's a really important line because the law is what guides us up here. And throughout the course of any given year when we deal with challenging issues, one of the things that we look to as our North Star is what does the law tell us? And all of the individuals that I mentioned previously are very, very clear about their role and their responsibility as it relates to making sure that this city, this community, Cottage Grove, is always on the right side of the law. And that speaks to the judgment and the abilities of the individuals who take that oath, whether it was this time or last year or the year before or in years to come. Our judgment is really an offshoot of what we know to be fair and equitable and legal. And I want people to understand that's a heavy burden to carry sometimes, but we do so willingly. And I wouldn't carry it with anybody else than the colleagues that I've got sitting here at the dais and Dave at home, looking forward into 2023 and beyond. One other thing I want to mention, Mayor, is if you're looking for some fun this weekend, I don't know if you've noticed, but it snowed a little the last day or two. And this Saturday, January 7th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the Cottage Grove Scramblers annual Dust 'em Off Snowmobile Show and Swap. That will be held in the field at 70th and County Road 19, which is owned by the Goebel family. The Scramblers will be out with all of their sleds. They'll have some classic sleds out there and raffle tickets you can buy with an opportunity to actually win a classic snowmobile. And our Cottage Grove Lions will also be present with some food and some other beverages, et cetera, for the people who want to come. Great opportunity to get outside, enjoy the winter weather here in the city of Cottage Grove. I know there's going to be plenty of snow for the snowmobilers to really kick up their heels and have a good time. So if you're looking for something fun to do on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. again at the corner of 70th Street and County Road 19 in the field that is owned by the Goebel family for the Dust 'em Off Snowmobile Show and Swap. And with that, Mayor, I'll turn it back to you. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. So just a couple items, well, 3 to be exact. First of all, just remind the public that I will have the honor of providing the State of the City address on Wednesday, February 1st, which is prior to our city council meeting. That will begin at 6 p.m. It'll be here. It'll also be televised, though, so we just want to make everybody aware of that. There'll be some great information looking back a little bit, but also looking forward to some neat things that are going to be coming in the year ahead of us that haven't been necessarily out in the public yet, so that's going to be kind of cool. The other item I wanted to mention real quick is another, and we've all been doing this kind of behind the scenes, but our Public Works group, once again, fantastic job moving snow. A couple things I thought it would be interesting to share with the public, just so that they're all aware of, one, I do hear a lot, Ryan, obviously you extend this to our Public Works workers, the difference between going from one city to the other, and I'm not disparaging our partner cities, but there is a difference in what we get accomplished here in Cottage Grove. But a couple interesting things that I thought that would be interesting for the public. So if there are some people out there that are complaining about maybe their snow is at the end of their driveway is pretty deep, or maybe the roads, as I was just commenting earlier to our public works director, are narrowing a bit. We basically have had almost a full season's worth of snow, and we still have many months left. And so there is getting to be a challenge where we get to put this snow. And I know our public works crew, after we kind of get everything cleaned up, will start probably hauling snow in some places where it needs to, so we can create more space into the future. But if you do notice that this particular snow that we had, you guys were out. I say you guys, our public works crew was out to plow before the overnight snow. When I woke up this morning, I'm like, holy cow, I didn't know that was going to happen. So they went out once again and did more today. So I just want to say kudos to the crew there. The other thing, though, and it was a reminder, we were talking briefly about this prior to this council meeting, just for the public to be aware too. The staff did authorize, or I should say the council authorized staff to go ahead and create a 14th plow route. Currently, we have 13 within the city. Unfortunately, because of supply chain issues, we have not been able to receive our next plow truck. And so we have not been able to implement the 14th plow route, which had obviously lessened the time, because that has been a subject that we've been hearing. It seems to take a little bit longer for some of our roads to get cleared, even though they're getting cleared. And so I thought I'd just share that with the public that, we are intending to expand our plow routes to make it less time from beginning to end, but we need the truck to do that. So as soon as that truck does arrive, it is way behind, like many other things that happened during COVID. That is something that we will be implementing, even yet maybe this year, but for sure next year. And then lastly, we were thanking people. I also wanted to, I don't think we have had the opportunity to publicly do this yet, but I definitely want to thank our Representative Angie Craig, as you were mentioning, that will be sworn in hopefully soon. And then our Senators Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith. They were successful in working with us to provide $5 million in federal funds to go towards the reconstruction of 80th Street from Ideal to Highway 61. That is the second time now that we've had the opportunity to work with our state legislators, if you will, on a national level to provide funding for projects for the citizens of Cottage Grove and the surrounding communities. So I just want to personally thank them once again. I know we'll be seeing them in the near future here. But we do appreciate all the effort and support that they do to support the citizens of Cottage Grove with these funding opportunities. So those are my items, other than I already mentioned to the group here and our newly elected and sworn in county commissioner. We really are excited and happy to have all of you back on the team again. So, all right, next is workshop, which is open to the public. For the public that's watching, we do have two items that we're going to be discussing in the workshop session, which will be in our training room. One will be the financial management plan. This is something that the city council has asked staff to put together as we look way down the road, further than just the next couple of years, to make sure financially we're in great shape. And then two, the second item is the local option sales tax workshop on financing. So some ideas that we're looking at, like many other cities, creating a local option sales tax opportunity. And then what would that money go towards if the citizens of Cottage Grove would approve it in the future? There is no workshops that are closed this evening, so we will not adjourn in here. Again, Happy New Year, everybody, for 2023, and we look forward to an amazing year. So with that, council will adjourn to the training room.